20th annual conference of CSR. Now, in a single word, headwinds managed to fit 20 years of a course to go against the wind. So what will we have as a take-home message from today? Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's all connected. What we're talking about, that we can't talk about singular things that are independent from one another. We need to get into our minds and our thoughts this systemic thinking, be we corporations or citizens. Everything we're discussing about, the environments, economy, society, are all interconnected and they all affect one another, and we need to always keep them in our minds. Well, I will keep the bright side as well. A little bee will save the world. Yes, well, it's the bee that will save the world, but what do you keep as a take-home message? Well, first of all, I've taken tons of notes from what we heard. Yes, so did I. And I think I would keep a single thing. The first one is this change in the culture of Greeks, that we have a new generation that is interested in the environment. They identify it with the sustainability of the planet, but at the same time they're very stressed and concerned about social inequalities, while at the same time they have a very strong point and strong view on the company's stance. And it's this change in culture that leads to awarding and rewarding companies that care for the environment and take care about their impact on that. So this means that the companies cannot embellish their image? I think so. We are constantly hearing about greenwashing. We can't embellish our image, and we heard about how brands are linked to impact. What is of value to a company now is what they do at the end of the day. And it's what was discussed by many of the speakers, is that someone needs to make the step forward. Someone needs to make the first step. At a cost, yes, but someone needs to get the ball rolling and to do things. Truth be told, these new conditions in society and the environment are so complex that I got a bit scared when we started talking about pandemic stress and fatigue, about the consequences it may have to behavior and to lead to violent explosions and outbursts. I was scared. Well, the pandemic left a lot of problems behind. It left us with a lot of social inequalities, a lot of problems, but it also left some good things behind. It left us with a self-determination and a self-definition. And it helps us, both as citizens and as businesses, to see things from another viewpoint, perhaps a more realistic one, but also a more a viewpoint of more empathy, like Nikos Andritsos said in the beginning. And we need to take things a step further. We need to realize this and to see it through a different viewpoint. We have a lot of work to do. We have our work cut out for us. All of us need to go back to our companies and talk to them, go back to the citizens and let them understand about these new challenges and these new requirements. Now, I would like to keep what Thomas said earlier, who said that you, ESG people, are people who live in another planet, in a different world. You speak a language that only you can understand and that you can only speak. So this is the essence, isn't it? And we've been trying to do this for a number of years in the committee, to say things that you need to explain in terms that can be understood by management, to translate scientific thought, but you need to use a few clear words so as to be understood, so that this message can be understood. And I believe that this is what we're trying to do every year. We did try to do this year as well. And you will give us your input as to whether we were successful or not, is to bring people here together, people who share the same concerns, the same interests. And we'll keep on doing it for another 20 years to come. Thank you all very much for being with us. much.